Hello, good morning, you guys. I just woke up. It is now 8:30 in the morning, and I'm gonna take you guys through a little what I eat in a day with me. So let's get started with all of my morning drinks. Okay, so first up, we got warm water with lemon. It's so good to drink first thing in the morning. It starts your digestive fire, kicks off digestion all day. It helps cleanse the liver a bit. So love, love, love doing that, especially in the winter. Celery juice is also great for bloating first thing in the morning. And coffee, of course, because I need energy. Okay, so I now got a dress, put on a little set active. I just feel like when I put on a matching workout set, it motivates me to like work out and just have more of a productive day because I have my shit together. So yeah. Okay, it is now 10:15 and I'm about to make some breakfast. In the mood for oats, so I'm going to show you guys exactly how I make my oatmeal, my everyday oatmeal recipe. If you follow me on Insta, which you should, you probably see me post this like every single day. So let's get right into it. Okay, so for my everyday oatmeal recipe, you're going to start by heating up some water with a splash of almond milk on the stovetop on high heat. Once the liquid is hot, you're going to want to add some rolled oats. I love to use organic here. And add about half a cup to 1 whole cup, depending how hungry you are. I just kind of eyeball it. Then you're going to want to stir while it's on high heat and lower to low heat once it's bubbling. So here I started to lower onto lower heat, and once it's like almost done cooking, I add about 1 tablespoon of chia seeds into the mixture. It's important to let the chia seeds in before you're done cooking because they need to absorb the moisture to make it easier to digest in the body. Lastly, we can't forget to add cinnamon, so good for regulating blood sugar all day, and it tastes amazing. So stir that up, have a little dance party if you want, and next up is toppings. Okay, so I would say it took about like 6 to 8-ish minutes for the oats to be done cooking and get this like nice creamy consistency. For toppings, I like to add sliced banana. Usually I'll use like half to a whole one, depending on how I'm feeling. For some healthy fats, I love to add creamy almond butter. This one from Trader Joe's is my absolute favorite. I love just like the consistency, and the only ingredient is almonds, which is amazing. For some sweetness, I always add some raw honey. Raw manuka honey is my favorite because it has so many benefits, but it's pretty expensive, so raw honey is the second best option. And lastly, I love to add hemp hearts for some extra plant-based protein and omega-3 fats. Okay, it is now 1:45 p.m. I am going to take a little lunch break and make a like mashed chickpea salad, kind of like a tuna salad, but not tuna, with some gluten-free bread and a side salad. So I'm super excited, super hungry. Let's make it. Okay, so for this recipe, you'll just need a few simple ingredients. I didn't feel like using a mayo, so instead I used tahini with some ground mustard and lemon juice and avocado. You'll also need gluten-free bread, any like arugula or type of greens, and some seasonings and celery and onion. You're going to start by draining and rinsing a can of chickpeas into a bowl, and you'll add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of tahini. Add a drizzle of some ground mustard. I kind of just eyeball everything, and the juice of 1 whole lemon. I then added a little drizzle of olive oil, and then you'll want to mash the chickpeas with a fork. After you mash the mixture together, add some chopped celery, optional chopped onions. I just didn't have any there. And don't forget the seasonings. I like to use a lot of garlic powder, salt, and pepper, but feel free to use whichever seasonings you like. After adding all the ingredients and mashing together, it should look something like this, and I was honestly surprised with how similar it actually looked like to tuna salad. Okay, now it's time to assemble this sandwich. I just toasted 2 pieces of gluten-free bread, and then on one side I'm going to add some mashed avocado, and on the other side I'm going to add the chickpea mash mix. So yummy, so good, you guys have to try. And then in between, add some sort of crunch. I like to use like baby arugula, sprouts would be good, literally whatever you like. And then combine everything together, cut into half, and enjoy. So here's the finished product. We got the chickpea salad sandwich with some arugula and avocado. Oh my god, it looks so good on gluten-free bread. And then I made a little side salad, just Mediterranean style, with cucumber, tomato, red onion, and just a little bit of lemon juice and salt and pepper as a dressing. So, yum. Okay, after lunch, I wanted a little bit of dessert, so I'm probably gonna have a few of these Simple Mills almond flour cookies. They're so good. They literally taste like Famous Amos cookies, but the ingredients are amazing. And I just made a cup of matcha with just this loose leaf powder because it's my goal in the afternoon to have matcha instead of coffee. So check back in for dinner time. All right, here we have the dinner setup. I'm gonna make a simple salmon with like teriyaki style and some roasted veggies. Okay, so when it comes to making my like salmon marinade, I just eyeball everything. So I start with like a coconut aminos, and I'll add a bunch of that to a bowl until it looks, about enough. I'm making 3 servings tonight, so keep that in mind. Then I also like to add their teriyaki sauce. You can also use just like, I don't want that focus. You can use like any teriyaki sauce. I just like this brand, and it's all gluten-free, and it's a little bit like a healthier alternative to, soy sauces in general. Sesame oil makes for such a good like flavor, especially if you're going Asian style. So that's my preferred oil. I'll just like use a little bit though, because salmon's already pretty oily and has a bunch of healthy fats. So that's the main liquids. I'll also be adding a little bit of minced garlic. I'm gonna grate some ginger into this too, since it's Asian style. Can't forget the seasonings because we don't eat bland food around here. I'll also use some garlic and ginger powder, and probably a little bit of garlic salt, maybe just regular salt, and lemon pepper. Okay, so now I normally let the salmon marinate in this for like at least 20 to 30 minutes. I'll probably put it in the fridge. Okay, so now I washed and cut the ends of the asparagus, laid them out on a sheet, and I'm gonna spray them a little bit with this Chosen Foods avocado oil spray. The only ingredient is avocado oil. So if you're ever gonna find a spray, make sure there's like no propellants or other things in the ingredients, just avocado oil. I'm just gonna add a little bit left of the marinade onto the tray, and then I'm gonna put both of these trays, both the asparagus and the salmon, into the oven at a whopping 400 degrees for about, the salmon will probably take about like 15-ish minutes, and the asparagus probably closer to like 20 or 30. So I'm cutting up the mushrooms. We got a lots to cook. But I thought I would just chat with you guys real quick because I get a lot of questions around my diet and if I'm vegan. because I normally post like plant-based recipes, and I think a lot of what I eat is majority plant-based, I am not vegan. Clearly I'm making fish right now for dinner. However, I do try to eat like an 80 to 90% majority plant-based diet. And what I mean by that is revolving most of my meals and snacks around plants. So like fruits, veggies, legumes, beans, healthy grains, nuts, seeds, etc. Just because I found that it's what's made me feel my best. It gives me the most energy. It's helped with my gut health. I think it's the most beneficial diet for our health. Not to say you can never eat animal products, but I just find that I feel so much like lighter and clearer and more energized. I am also gluten-free, for those of you who don't know, but not by choice because I'm intolerant. So hopefully this clears up any questions you guys have about my diet. And I need to stop flailing this knife around like it's just some nothing thing. Pro tip, when cooking salmon, turn it on to high broil at the end for like a few minutes just to get that nice crisp top. Okay, now that the mushrooms have cooked a little bit and they're getting a little bit browner, I'm just gonna add like a splash of some coconut aminos and some same seasonings as before, like garlic powder, salt, pepper, and maybe a little bit of garlic. Also, look at that salmon. She came out so perfectly. Quick pro tip, when you're roasting veggies, you're gonna wanna like flip them or move them around about halfway done so the other side gets crispy. Okay, so here's the dinner final product. We got the salmon, mushrooms, asparagus, and we had some like leftover cooked beets in the fridge, so I added it to my plate because honestly, you always wanna try to eat the rainbow because more colors means more different types of nutrients. All right, for a quick and easy dessert, I'm just gonna have some of this vanilla Colina yogurt with some of my favorite dark chocolate chips, and obviously need some dandelion tea after dinner. All right, that's gonna conclude today's What I Eat in a Day video while I eat my dessert and chill the rest of the night. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe for future videos. Just a reminder that, you know, each day is different. Listen to your body. Don't necessarily copy exactly what I ate 100%. This is just what I was craving today and made me feel good. So yeah, love you guys.